What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2024 BMW 530i. This one's finished in Brooklyn Gray Metallic. MSRP is $68,000. Big shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing the 2024 5 Series for today's video. Take a look at their website, link down below. Underneath the hood of the all-new 2024 BMW 530i is the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged motor. Pumps out 255 horsepower with 295 pound-feet of torque, and it does feature a mild hybrid system. It's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission, sends all the power to the rear wheels, and running on an 18-gallon fuel tank. You're looking at 25 miles per gallon in the city with 33 on the highway, and it weighs in at 4,000 pounds. Overall length is 199.2 inches with a wheelbase at 117.9. Width is 74.8 and height is 59.6 inches. Taking a look at the exterior styling now with the all-new 2024 BMW 5 Series. This 530i has a really cool look, especially with all the gloss black. You can even see that illuminated strip surrounding the kidney-shaped grille. Got a nice set of blacked out LED headlights, super aggressive looking with those DRLs. And then of course you have the traditional kidney shape on these grills. They have active grille shutters as well, finished all in gloss black. Safety sensor up in front with a forward-facing camera. I think the proportions are really good. I think that really fits the front end of this new car super nicely. You can see some more sharp lines throughout the side of the front bumper. Really aggressive looking. A little vent on the far side to guide air around the tires. Parking sensor. More parking sensors in the center with gloss black trim and a large opening with more active shutters to improve efficiency and aerodynamics. I love how the hood cascades right into the grille, giving it a super aggressive look. BMW badge and those sharp lines cut towards the windshield. I'm really impressed with this new design. It looks awesome from every angle. I don't think you can complain at all. At the side profile, we get a nice set of two-tone wheels. They're 20 inches in diameter, multi-spoke with the blue brake caliper. Contrasts this very well against the Brooklyn Gray. Sharp line around the front fender, sharp design in the lower portion of the doors, and a gloss black side skirt. You have the new flush mounted door handles finished in body color, and then body colored on the side mirrors with an integrated turn signal and side view camera. You're also going to see all gloss black surrounding the windows and a massive gloss black roof. Really adds to the contrast with this particular spec. Side profile is very proportional. Looks like a nice size mid-sized sedan. This isn't the biggest, but it's also not the smallest. So I think proportionally looks really good. The rear end slopes into the trunk very nicely with wider lines around the rear fender arch to give it a more aggressive appearance. And we have a gloss black lip spoiler. BMW badge, and I really like the bigger 5 logo than the 30. So they kind of are emphasizing the 5 in this car. And you're also going to notice that with the 5 logo behind the windows. So pretty cool touch. Nice LED taillights as well. Sharp body lines throughout the rear end and more gloss black trim. Then you have some nice trim down below with some fins in the center with a reverse light. Got your parking sensors, and overall the new 5 Series, definitely an impressive design. Taking a look at the key fob, you got your BMW logos on it. Logo itself is going to be your lock button. We do have remote start, unlock, and the trunk release. Keeping the key fob in my pocket, all I have to do though is grab the door handle. Of course, it'll automatically unlock. This interior has the Vagenza perforated black interior. Really nice design all throughout it. And then moving to the door panel finished in black, you have this smooth material up on top, nice padding for your armrest, small grab handle, window and mirror controls, memory seating, Harman Kardon audio, and nice touch buttons for lock and unlock. Release handles all integrated, trunk release button as well, and then all of your power controls on the side of the driver's seat. You can also see the smooth leather material with all the perforations. We have a manual leg rest as well, and then I really love all the perforated leather and the sweet design making its way up to the headrest. Really plush looking seating, and then an aggressive 3-spoke design for the steering wheel, very thick, and I love this aggressive design down below with that M logo. And then now inside the 2024 BMW 530i, keep my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. Both the screens are going to turn on. Get a really nice display right in the center. You can see the speedometer on the left side, tack over on the right, a few things of information right in the center. And then if you go ahead and toggle your different drive modes now, you can hit the My Modes icon right here and go into all of them. So you can see personal, sport, progressive, all sorts of different ones. So we go into digital art. It's a really unique look. Sunroof is automatically opening for this one. If we go back into this mode and hit expressive, got all these really unique designs in it. So pretty neat the way everything is set up. Sport mode, of course, get a red tachometer design. Going into personal, you can adjust that. The colors are going to change just a little bit. And then going into this one, you can also see just the really cool designs. So pretty unique the way they've set everything up in this car. Now the sunshade is closing in the relaxed setting. So pretty unique for sure. On the steering wheel now, you get your big BMW badge, some cruise control settings on the left side with these new design for these buttons. On the right side, we got a lot of Bluetooth and audio. You do have steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. The left one, if you hold this down, it's really cool. When you're driving, you'll see it'll give you like 10 seconds of extra fun. On the right side, you can see all of your windshield wiper controls, turn signal stock to the left, and then we do have a power operated steering column. On the left side, you can see all of your headlight controls. Really nice the way it's set up. You can even adjust that one. They're all touch sensitive buttons. And then we have a scroller dial right here, and this is how you adjust your air vent. You might be able to see it in there, but it moves when I move this joystick basically. You're also going to see heads-up display, the massive LCD screen, and then this smooth leather material on the dashboard. You have the same fan speed icons over there, some cool plastic material, and this is all a very nice transparent looking design. And then moving to the new infotainment screen, you have all of your different controls. You can easily adjust the airflow left and right. We have the temperature for heated seats and steering wheel. Of course, you can toggle that. Under the home icon, you do get the navigation screen along with a few things over on this left side. You have several different apps, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, things like that. And then different shortcuts for audio as well as just the full screen navigation. Now if I go ahead, put it into reverse, we have a nice backup camera on the left, top-down view on the right side, and you can even toggle different views. We have the panoramic view as well, where you can get a really good rear view. And then going into drive, you're able to take a look at the front camera. So really nice to see just everything that this car has in it. And then we can go back into your main screen. You can also configure the screen using the rotary dial like other BMWs. You have a few shortcuts up on top. If I tap the media icon, you can do that. Easily scroll, click it, bump it left and right. Go into all sorts of different shortcuts in it. So it's a pretty nice design to not always use touchscreen. We have our climate vents down here, super seamless the way everything is laid out once again. And you have these scroller wheels once again to adjust the direction. So really unique, pretty futuristic I would say. Wireless phone charging pad down below with 2 cup holders. You also have 2 USB-Cs. Engine start stop, your transmission control. You have that rotary dial over there with volume. Of course, a few more controls. Tapping this one, you can go into a few different settings within the car as well. Nice armrest design with this padded material. Opening that up, got a pretty good amount of storage space. And then for the glove box, there's a button you can press and it'll pop open with a good amount of space. You can see the button just right up there. One last look at the interior with the all-new BMW 5 Series. Really nice. It feels futuristic, however, it's really pretty decently easy to get used to. Pretty cool layout. Love the seats and design. Nice use of materials too for being more of a base model. Huge panoramic sunroof. All of your controls up top with dome lights, and then garage door buttons underneath the mirror. Moving on to the rear seat space, if I grab the door handle and open it up, door panel is finished off just like you saw up front. Got some smooth material on it. Nice Harman Kardon audio with a cool mesh material. And then this can seat 3 people, has all the same quilted leather, nice padding. And if I grab this strap and pull it down, you have some armrests with 2 cup holders. There are climate vents back here, 2 USBs, just a tad bit of storage, and then spots up here if you want to mount a tablet. All right, sitting now in the back of the all-new 5 Series. I'm 5'11", and sitting here pretty comfortably. I have a good amount of headroom, couple inches, with the driver's seat at my height. As you can see, nice legroom and knee room. Pretty comfortable. The seat is really sloped downward, so I feel like you're sitting nicely into the seat. Wouldn't mind it reclining a tad more, however, it's actually a pretty good angle. You have grab handles up here, LED dome lights. So overall, like I said, for being a mid-size sedan, not too big, not too small, seems like a nice size car. It's not too bulky, but you can sit back here pretty comfortably, and I think 3 grown adults honestly could fit here pretty well. Moving on to the trunk storage space, just grabbing the button underneath the BMW logo. It is power operated, that'll automatically pop open, and you have a pretty good sized trunk in here. The load floor is kind of high, which is a little interesting to look at. If we open this up, we do have some hidden storage space in here, and you can see you got some hooks as well. A little bit of storage in these cubbies on the left side and the right side, and then you can pull these latches to unlock the seats. With them down, you can see just how much more cargo space you're gonna get. They fold down nearly flat. And as you can tell, once again, this is just a little high, so it's kind of a odd design to it. Kind of a smaller opening, however, still gonna be good for a few longer items. But overall, for a midsize sedan, this thing seems pretty practical. All right, guys, so we are setting off now in the new 5 Series. One thing cool, like I said, that boost icon, if you hold this left paddle down, you now have a 10-second timer versus Sport Boost. Not really crazy amount of extra power or anything like that, but it's kind of neat to see just a little bit of fun. The drive modes are pretty wild looking in this car too. Digital art, don't really know what it does. It just gives you a cool screen, automatically opening the glass. So just kind of some fun ways to change the design of the screens and of course just fine tune the way the car drives a little bit. Normal driving, you don't really honestly notice a big difference with how the car is gonna drive. So we'll just go to normal efficient mode, just drive it like normal. This is a really nice car. Now, I've driven the previous generation, the 2023, not too long ago. It was a fine car, drove great, even with a 4-cylinder, still a pretty nice power plant. However, this new design, everything is a huge step up. I love this thick steering wheel. It feels awesome, honestly. Like, this is a cool M-style steering wheel for sure. The buttons all look cool on it. Great visibility, as you would expect. And it is insanely comfortable and quiet. You don't hear anything. Visibility is good. The seat is super comfortable with all the different controls. I mean, you can just drive this and be so relaxed. And for being, you know, nearly 70 grand, I'd say, yeah, it's a nice chunk of change for a 4-cylinder luxury car. However, the buyer of a 530 doesn't really care. They don't need the extra power. They just want a really nice place to be without spending $100,000 on a luxury brand. So I think this does kind of serve a purpose in giving you a luxury brand car that actually drives like a higher end vehicle without being super expensive. 70 grand, still not cheap, but there are so many $100,000 sedans that are just as nice as this, or this is just as nice as. So I think if you want to not really care about performance and you just want a nice all-around car, this is a really good way to go. But the cool thing is, if you go into any of the fun modes or anything, let's say just sport mode, it is peppy enough. Giving it some gas, I mean, we're getting up to speed to 60 super quickly. If you really want to add some power, hold that down, and you got extra power. So it's plenty quick to get up to speed, to merge into high-speed traffic. You're not going to have an issue or anything like that. So I think it's well done. Nice place to be. Use of materials is really good. A little interesting to get used to the climate controls, especially being on the screen and not really having physical controls. These little joystick things work well, kind of awkward to hold, I would say, but you get used to it. It's not that difficult. And then adjusting the fan speed and all that stuff is pretty simple. So it's pretty cool. You got the touch sensitive buttons, which again might take some getting used to, but this is very modern. It's up to date. I'd say past up to date because a lot of cars don't have all this touchscreen stuff, but it's not overboard. So I think it's nice to use, easy to use, and yet techie and savvy, like modern stuff. So pretty cool upgrade. I think BMW did a great job. Once again, just kind of nailed it. The design is fantastic and the interior fit and finish is pretty cool. This is just plastic, so not the biggest fan of just plastic, but, and you know, a lot of the piano black, but nonetheless, I think overall they did a really good job on this and certainly something to take a look at. So turning around to my perspective, honest thoughts with the new 5 Series, I'm pretty impressed. I think it looks really good. The styling is sharp for even this just being a base model, really. I mean, it looks cool. It's got all the black performance stuff on it. So it looks sporty, it looks cool. Obviously, this isn't a performance version, being a 530i with a 4-cylinder, but it's a nice car to just drive in. It's super comfortable, quiet, refined. Even the way the electric seats work, they don't jar you when you make an adjustment. It's very soft, the way the motors react. So that's just one little weird thing I'm noticing, but it's comfortable. It's got the tech. The steering wheel, I love it. So cool feeling. Like this needs to be in more sports cars. That's pretty nice. But I like how it's an easy car to drive. It feels luxurious. It feels refined. And the drive modes, like I said, they don't do too much, but it's nice to see you have some differences to where you can sharpen up the car. You know, in sport mode, a little bit more peppy. BMW doesn't make slow cars, and I know some people are going to give this a little flack for being a 4-cylinder car for about $70,000, and I get it. This car costs as much as my wife's in my RS3, which has 400 horsepower, way faster than this, will destroy it in a performance setting, and is pretty darn luxurious. So obviously for the same money, you can get a lot faster cars, but like I said, the buyer of this car isn't going for that. This is probably an older demographic who's going to be buying a 530, and they're not flooring it. They don't care. They just want to be driving a nice, comfortable car that has tech, luxury, space, and refinement, but still have enough power for safety reasons to get up to speed, and BMW gives you that with the 530. One thing I've noticed over the many years of filming BMWs, they don't make slow cars. No matter how slow the engine or small the engine might be, they don't drive slow. Any BMW you can drive, you give it some gas, and you're gonna get to the speed limit without even thinking. You're gonna surpass the speed limit without even thinking. So BMW is always gonna give you an adequately powered car. And with the 530, I'm totally finding that. It does what it needs to do, and it all does it in comfort. This is a really nice place to be. Tech, like I said, might take a little bit getting used to. Not everyone's the biggest fan of this new huge screen, but I think it's actually pretty easy to use once you kind of mess with it a little bit more. Although I can't find there. There's fan speed. You have dual zone fan speed too, which is really unique. So it's nice. It's nicely laid out. These air vents are cool. The touchscreen, I like how there is a little bit of texture on this, so you can know what you're doing without just hoping you're doing the right thing without looking. So this technology you can actually use without getting distracted. And then just slowly getting up to speed in the comfort mode. Transmission is super quick. Like I said, you get up to speed with no issues. It's just a nice car to drive. The steering weight is also really comfortable. I don't think I have any crazy complaints. I would just say it might take you a little bit getting used to the buttons and the interior. And I say buttons, there's only like 2 buttons in this car. But the way the screens and stuff works, it might take a little getting used to. But I don't think it's really all too complicated, and I'm not a tech guy at all. I don't like all that crazy fancy stuff either. However, this seems pretty nice and would be a nice, just normal daily for the family without going crazy, spending 6 figures on a luxury car. So overall, I think new 5 Series is awesome. I think it looks great inside and out. They did a great job. Huge update from the previous generation. And I'm excited to check out the bigger ones with the bigger engines, more power, and all the other cool trim levels they're going to give you for 2024. But there is the all-new 2024 5 Series, the 530i. Big shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this new car for today's video. Take a look at their website linked below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for plenty more content, and I'll see you all in the next video.